More mock drafts are going to be trickling out. And this one comes from Kevin O'Connor, The Ringer. And he has got his mock with the Portland Trailblazers landing 2 players at 7 and 14. And one of them is a familiar name. Another one is a new name that we have not seen. Remember when the first 3 mock drafts initially came out, there were 6 different players
Ding, 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 ding,
to
ding.
the 6 potential positions that the Blazers would draft. That tells you just how crazy it is. And I urge you, go check out Danny's Patreon where you've broke down kind of the draft slotting of where all the mock drafts are putting all the different players. It is crazy this year. It's
I'm actually going to do
different.
another one because I was waiting for this week for the new mocks to come out because we have the Ringer's new mock, ESPN's mock came out on Friday, and then the Athletics as well. Sam Vecini just released his this morning. But at 7, you got Tejon Saloon, who is a guy that Kristen Peak of Yahoo Sports has going 5th to Detroit. Now remember, Detroit fired their president,
Yes,
or their
did.
GM, and they brought in a president now from New Orleans, Trajan Langdon, and it was long held that Manas Buzelis was a guy that they liked in Detroit, but with Trajan coming in, does that throw a little bit of a wrench in the process? Could they go a different way, and instead of going with Buzelis at 5, they go with Saloon at 5, so that changes up that slotting.
Yeah.
Saloon has gone from basically like 18 to 22 range 3 months ago to top 8.
And O'Connor has Detroit going, Reed Shepard, the guard out of Kentucky. They need shooters in the worst way possible.
With Buzelis going 4th to the Spurs. So you're starting to see a lot of fluidity, but there is a name that is starting to lock in the top 6 as well, is Stephon Castle, who Kevin has going 6th to the Hornets.
And his is a little bit different, too, because he has Donovan Clingan going 3rd overall to the Houston Rockets, which, talk about variance. We have seen mock drafts with Donovan Clingan going anywhere from 3 to 8.
7.
Yes,
There's
7. But 8 was where he was, and then we're starting to see guarantees have been thrown out to him.
Not necessarily a guarantee, but a floor in the sense of Zach Lowe said yesterday that the lowest Donovan Clingan will go is 7.
All right.
Because if he's on the board at 7, Portland just won't pass up the opportunity because he's consistently graded as a top 3 overall player in this draft.
Now, TJ Saloon is the Frenchman, 6'9". His frame is pretty freakish.
It's massive. He's a freakishly huge kid.
And he is 19.
Not 19 yet.
And, he'll be 19 as a rookie, and he is going to be, like, you look at him and you're like, damn, what is his body going to look like when he is actually filled
24, 25. Like, go back and look at Jaylen Brown as a rookie, and then now look at him now. Go look at Kawhi Leonard. Go look at Jason Tatum. Like, go look at those guys, what an NBA weight room has done to them. This is a guy, he's listed on the Ringer 6'9", 203. They had the combine. We should be getting the updated measurements here anytime in Treviso, Italy. He's going to come in at 6'10", probably 225, 230 pounds.
Sheesh.
He's an absolute unit.
Okay. I would like him.
Look, if you're talking about physical upside swings, the scary thing is, as big as he has room to grow. Like, I heard a comp for him the other day. I wrote almost 4,000 words on him. My thoughts on him was that he's not this high level prospect. I think he's going to be a disruptive role player with an engine who just drives people nuts.
And if you add him to Kamara and you add him to Scoot and what you hope he can turn into as a defensive nuisance on that end of the floor, and then
Aiden, who's a 7-foot, incredibly active, mobile defender who anchored a finals team.
Yeah, I'm talking more of like what the future will look like. And I don't know if DeAndre Ayton, I don't know about that. I'm talking about young core guys. And then you see like guys like Ryan Rupert, and we saw growth out of him. Chris Murray, what we saw growth out of him. You're seeing this whole thing. Remember the Neil O'Shea timelines?
Yeah.
The timelines.
Yeah, no.
Well, we're starting to see, if you go that route, what timelines start looking like for the Portland Trailblazers, and guys that make sense fitting together, working together in a style of play in Portland.
Aggressive, physical, athletic.
And I would love that because we saw at the post All-Star break, what was the big complaint? referees were officiating the game differently, and the NBA was just like, no, this is the way it's going to be moving forward. And if that's the way it is moving forward,
bigger, stronger, longer, man.
You better be getting more physical style of players, and that's kind of what that saloon pick at 7, if that does happen, would be for Portland. Here's the big wrench, though, is right after saloon is where O'Connor has Topic being drafted to San Antonio.
And this is obviously before the news, but people have a general understanding of what was going on. I think it caught some folks by surprise a little bit, but it wasn't exactly a shock on the torn ACL.
So they have him going at 8, and then former Oregon Duck, who transferred to Indiana, Kellel Ware going 9 to Memphis.
Here's a quick one.
Yeah.
He has Ware at 9. Vicini's mock has Ware at 32. So which is a massive switch, because in my mocks ahead of this, the variance on Ware was actually very tight. So I bet you there's conflicting intel out there about how his workouts went and how his interviews went. Because I think there's probably here's the thing. There are multiple players right now and agents that are out there that are trying to put stuff out in the atmosphere about this guy having a promise, this guy having a bad workout, because they're both trying to get their clients up into higher positions or to the right teams.
Yeah.
Look, there are teams that don't want players going to certain situations, whether it's a player in front of them or here, case in point, like Scoot's people were not thrilled at the idea of coming to Portland with Damian Lillard here. Because if let's say Dame does stay.
Dame wasn't either.
But again, let's say Dame does stay. That's not a clear path. That doesn't allow Scoot to get going and on his way to getting a rookie max.
Yeah.
So you want to have the path cleared for you. And again, that's not like a shot at Scoot or his people or anything like that. They're looking out for his best interest, getting him the best possible position to launch his career. And because of that, you're seeing more variance than I've seen in this spot at all. And I want to talk about Saloon real quick. My comp for him was Mo Wagner. Like, that's not like a super high level player, but I heard Sam Vecini called him at the high end Aaron Gordon. Like, if you got a high end like Denver Nuggets version of Aaron Gordon, who's a junkyard dog, cleanup stuff, but could score for you at the 7th pick in this draft, you just hit a home run. Yep. Talking about kind of what you're going for.
All right, then they have Cody Williams at 10, going to Utah.
Which Utah will take him if he's there.
Devin Carter of Providence emerging at 11 to Chicago, and he's defensive menace type guy. Was he the Big East Player of the Year?
Yes.
Yeah. Zach Edey, 12 to Purdue or to Oklahoma City. Dalton Knecht, the Tennessee sharpshooter, to Sacramento, and then Ron Holland. New name popping up for the Portland Trailblazers at 14.
I've heard Holland's name falling back, but it's hard for me to see him getting past Utah in a sense, but I think that they would prioritize Cody Williams over Holland.
And if you were following, far too early mock drafts heading into the last season of the NBA, Ron Holland was a 1 through 3 type guy. And now you're looking at 14 because he played for the G League Ignite. Didn't go as planned there, but he has the physical tools that people, and I saw him at the Les Schwab Invitational, and when he came here with Duncanville, his senior year of high school, he is a presence.
He's a motor.
But positionally, where are you going to put him? He's 6'8", listed at 6'8", 195 pounds.
Which is, he's 6'6", barefoot, and pretty skinny.
$185?
We'll give him the $190.
Okay, we'll give him a $190. Yeah. But TJ Saloon and Ron Holland, that's where Kevin O'Connor's mocking Portland now.
And Sam Vecini has got Klingon 7 and McCain 14 to Portland.
Oh, Jeremy McCain, who just came in for a workout yesterday.
And he mentions, hey, look, I know, tiny backcourt, but what if the Blazers, I don't know, moved Malcolm Brogdon and Anthony Simons?
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so there's that. So there you go. That's your kind of mock draft update. Tonight I will be compiling all of this stuff and crunching all of the numbers and pushing more out of the Patreon tonight.
Sheesh.
Ahead of workouts tomorrow.
Where there's going to be big name coming in.
Solo workout tomorrow and solo workout on Friday.
Bum, bum, bum.
Whee!